All right, the video yesterday did not record sound, so I am recording yesterday's lesson for November 12th. Remember, biology students, you always go in and do the attendance. So today is the 13th, so you go in and do November 13th. But yesterday we did um, November 12th, which was um, where does transcription occur? And it actually occurs in the nucleus. Where does translation occur? It occurs in the cytoplasm on a ribosome. It takes three nucleotides to code for an amino acid, but it takes one codon to code for amino acid. And what are two things that are on tRNA? That would be the amino acid and the anticodon. And then you had to transcribe and translate. So for transcribing, remember there are no T's. So T would pair up with A, so you'd write A. A would pair up with U, not T, because this is art. We're making mRNA. C pairs up with G. My A's pair up with U. G pairs up with C. C's pairs up with G. T pairs up with A with U, C with G, and T with U. Then you're going to take the three and use the codon chart that I have a link to in the module. And the lesson in just a minute is going to show you how to do that. And you're going to find the amino acids. So transcribing it is making the messenger RNA, translating it is getting the amino acid sequence. So, what we did in class on Thursday was what is called turkey protein synthesis. So we were practicing protein synthesis um, right here. So here's a link to a codon chart. So when you click on that, you can download it so it's on your computer and you can have it pulled up, or you can just open the rest of this in another tab. But I'm going to go over how to use this codon chart. You had a video that explains how to use this that you need to do. And then here's your directions. So if you are a totally remote student, you will need to, I would do this on a piece of paper. So pull this up. If you have a printer and can print that, that's great. Screenshot it or whatever and print it. If not, you're going to hold this up. You're going to do this on paper, and I'm going to do the first row with you in just a minute. Here's information you're going to need once I explain that first part. And then you have here a link. Mine has a file here. I think yours shows up with your name here. It will open a blank Google slide. So what you're going to do is this page right here, you're going to take a picture of what you've did on paper. And if you need to take two pictures of it to get the whole thing using your Chromebook, I've got the directions up above. And then you're going to insert it into that. When you take the picture, you will choose insert and it will put it into your Google slide. And then the last part of this is you actually have to sketch a picture of this turkey based on the genes that you have. You're going to take a picture of that and insert it as well. That way I can make it larger, you can make it larger to fit on that Google slide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this part. Um, so first I want to go over this chart. On your end of grade or end of course test from the state, you will see either a circle codon chart or a what I call the square codon chart. Before you can use this, you can't use it on DNA. Remember, we have T's. We have T's. If you have T's, it's DNA. Notice in the chart, there are no T's. We have A, G, U, and C. No T. So we have to make our DNA into messenger RNA. So to do that, I am going to remember that if I have a T, I'm going to pair it up with an A. So this is my DNA side. Ooh, and that's not writing very well. DNA. If I have an A, it's going to become a U, a C, a G, and a G, a C. If you want to write that down so that you have it, then that would be great. So for my T, I'm going to have an A. For my A, I'm going to have a U. And for my C, I'm going to have a G. I'm going to go ahead and put a line here. I'm going to have a G, C, C. I'm going to put a line. I'm going to have a U, A, C. I'm going to put a line. I'm going to have a G, G, U, put a line. I'm going to have a C, U, A, put a line. I'm going to have a G, U, U, put a line. And then if I can get it to fit, I'm going to have a U, A, G. Now I went ahead and split them because remember, a group of three nucleotides is a codon, and one codon gives me an amino acid. So I'm going to come over here. If I'm going to use the round chart, I am going to start with, let me get a different color, maybe red here, get a highlighter. So I'm going to start with A. So I'm going to start here. All right. I'm going to go to U right here. And then I'm going to go to G, which is right here. There is my answer right there. That symbol means start, but it's the MET. So I'm going to write MET. All right, that is how you use the round chart. To use the square chart, I'm going to come over here and get my highlighter again. Next is G. I'm going to come over here. This is my first base. I'm going to do G. My next is C. I'm going to C. So I'm going to come down here. I've got to choose here. Now, I notice that all of these are ALA, but if they weren't, I would come over here and choose C. And I see that this C lines up with this one right here. So this is ALA. All right, so I'm going to use the square chart because I think the circle chart is the easiest. So I'm going to do a couple examples with the square chart to help out here so you can get familiar with this. The next one is U. So I'm going to go here to U. All right, and then I'm going to go to A, which is right here. I'm going to come down to this section right here, and I need to look over at C. So C is this one right here. So T, Y, R. All right, so if I go to G, G is here. I'm going to go up here to G. So that means I'm going to be in here. And I notice all of them are the same, but just to get used to it, here's my U, G, L, Y. All right, I'm going to go to C over here. I'm going to go up here to U. So I'm in this one. Again, they're all the same, but just so you can get used to it, my A comes and I am LEU. All right, let's go back to the circle and try that one. We've got G right here, U right here, and then U right here. But if you notice, in this case, they're all VAL. All right, let's try U, A, G. Notice it's a dot. The dot here is a stop. So this is stop. This is always start, M-A-T. The gene is the material that's in the middle. So this is your gene right here. So we're going to use this to do the turkey. So I'm going to help you with the first little bit. And I'm going to write the first row over here in this white space because it's going to be easier. TAC is going to be AUG. All right. Then TCC is AGG. So I'm going to put a little check that I've done those. Then I got AG. A. I've got A A C. I've got ACC. I've got AUG. Hold on, I didn't do that right. ACC. Oh, I messed up. So let me erase. That's not right. So I'm on ATC. So ATC is UAG. Then I have GGU. Then I have ACA. Then I have AUG. Then I have G is C, CAU. I have UCA. And I have UUU. All right, that's your first row here. So AUG, I'm going to use, it doesn't matter which chart you use down here. So I'm going to go AUG is met, which is start. So this is start. All right, I'm writing in green, so I'm going to box that. That is where I'm going to start. So this tells the ribosome after this AUG, I'm going to start coding for my amino acid. All right, so I'm going to switch colors here. I'll go to blue. So AGG is ARG. All right, then I'm going to go to AGA, which is also ARG. AAC, which is ASN. ACC, which is THR. AUG is a stop. So I'm going to get red, and I told the students in class that if they would do all the stops, and if you want to write them out, stops are UAG, UAA, and UGA. Anytime you come around find those, highlight, color, put a box around it with red. Anytime you have AUG, put a box around it, that's your start. This right here is my gene. So once you have done all of this right here, you're going to come back. You've done this right here, and you've done this, and then this. You are going to look in this chart here, eye size right here, number one. ARG, ARG, SAN. So you're going to have big eyes. So you're going to write big eyes. So when you draw your turkey is going to have big eyes. So then you're going to continue, and you can do the whole coding first and then come back to this. I'm just doing it in pieces. Now notice that this GGU, GGU is GLY. That's not a start. I don't do anything with that one. ACA, ACA is THR. That's not a start. My ribosome is going to ignore that. Oh, but here's AUG. AUG is my start. So now I can start for the next trait. All right, so get to a stop. So this is not finished here. So once you have finished with this, you keep going, you're going to look at trait two. When you're finished, there are 13 traits. You're going to use those to draw your turkey. So this was the lesson on yesterday that did not record sound. Again, you're going to follow the directions, take pictures to upload this.